will put the Department of Justice of the United States back in the business of justice. We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
Taking you voting this year.
Hell yeah.
Who you voting?
Hell yeah.
Who you voting for? You got the MAGA hat on.
That answer the question?
Make America great again?
I'm voting for whoever gonna make America great again.
I take it that's Donald Trump.
I take it as Donald Trump as well.
So why you like Donald Trump?
He's gonna make America great again. He's gonna close the borders. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. He's all around a better politician. A lot of people want to vote for Kamala because she's joy and happy and whatnot that she do.
Unburdened by the
She's
the
unburdened by the burden,
What?
and she's okay. Let me be clear, okay. I'm not with people talking in word salads. I'm not with people trying to convince us with emotions. I'm a logical thinker. I'm a man, so I'm an analytical, logical thinker. Let me add one thing. The things that Kamala Harris is saying is communism. Her putting a cap on groceries and all that stuff is communism because it'll destroy the market. It'll destroy capitalism. A lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people don't read. A lot of people are ignorant. But her saying that she's going to put a price cap on groceries is going to destroy the market. Trust me. Communism, a lot of things that she says is Marxist. She's a Marxist. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Trump 2024.
Trump 2024. Yeah.
Goodness. Welcome to your WTF Landia radio show, friends. It is your girl, none other than your girl, Sean Michelle. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I hope that you are. Okay. I hope that you are absolutely doing better than well. I do. And I just had to jump right in here because I don't want to waste a lot of time. I was just having my lunch here today. You know, I just sat down for my lunch and I sat in silence. And most times I'm trying to read something or I'm trying to watch something on YouTube or I'm trying to study and or investigate certain things that are going on in society and culture and, of course, politics. Always piques my interest. But I was just sitting down having my lunch and I thought, why did they want to kill DJ T twice? Why did they want to kill him twice? Why was it a thing that he has had 2 assassination attempts on his life in the past month than he had in the 4 years he was in office? And it made me think. As I'm actually watching, see personally, those of you who have jumped into this broadcast, this is your girl, Sean Michelle. She likes to put on her investigative hat on, the one that she never got to further her degree in when she graduated from uni. So I just do it here for this podcast. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I do it for us. No worries. So I started to think, I was like, let me take a picture of this situation. And I thought, why would they do this? Whoever they is. It's going to call them they. And again, remember, whenever you jump in this broadcast is for entertainment. Entertain yourself. Do your own research. Okay? Anyways. So, why would they want to just knock them off? Now, DJT has grown on me like a wart. I'm going to be honest. And that's just because, again, I have a certain flavor note that I like. And he didn't fit that flavor note in his last presidency. But, you know. That's neither here nor there. We moved ahead. Okay. So I was thinking, I had my hat on. Why would it be so important to knock off DJT? Well, just like you heard there at the top of that podcast broadcast, she needs to go in and straighten out. She's given more power. Is a career prosecutor, Kamala. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to stop beating around the bush before we lose our First Amendment rights. I don't like it. I don't like one thing she's spewing. And normally I've kept in the middle of the road on this podcast broadcast, even all the way through DJT's presidency. I don't think anyone knew who I voted for. I just knew that he was a man that was chocked full of material. This guy is funny, whether he knows it or not. He's hilarious. And he wasn't my pick. Again, I'm not going to go there, though. Neither was Joey B. Sometimes you just have to sit by and watch idly. But this one here, guys, this is rubbing me the wrong way. I'm thinking somebody's in charge of trying to knock DJT off because he's the only one that can actually understand how to chat with people who are almost maniacal, who want to stay in office forever, who can't be pushed over easily. And for someone like Kamala Harris, who my guy there at the top of the show, Price, is another like-minded, wonderful thinker that's going to be joining the show. So y'all stay tuned for that next week. Ooh, he said she can't be unburdened. She's joy and peace, but she can't be unburdened. I don't think Kamala has shot us a straight answer, boy. We are cooked if she's in office because she can't even be burdened to unburden a question off of the burden of the American people. We have been burdened. And we want to be unburdened by her burdens, but she's not unburdening us because she's not answering the question straight forward. And that's just all we need. And just like Price said, I don't like to do word salads. I don't want to sit there and try to figure out what I'm chewing on. I want it straight. And DJT's a straight guy. He's from New York. He's unhinged. He was even on Twitter. The guy said he's never done a drug in his life. And I swore up and down he was doing coke at 4 in the morning. Every morning before he tweeted. Allegedly. That was my own thought process behind him. Because he just off the chain. He just don't have a pause button. And he still doesn't. But the fact that we have to deal with Iran is rewriting today on the 10th of October their nuclear handbook. Russia has mentioned they are rewriting their way of their nuclear handbook or whatever it's called, meaning that there's a lot of regulations you got to go through before you just push that button, right? But they're rewriting it now because I believe they want to have a faster response is what I'm saying. That's the only reason why you rewrite your handbook for their nuclear response that's been in place for however many years, right? And so now we have this person who's going to go in office, and I don't think she's going to be able to sit down with her prosecutor hat that's starting to give a lot of gaslighting notoriety. You can't tell people that you're going to get in there and you're going to be there for you're going to stop the racism and stop the this and that, and people can't even talk and express their feelings without you going in criticizing. And who knows who's going to be criticized or who's going to feel a certain way by the way we speak, by our freedom of speech. Somebody, again, can call me the N-word, a hard R from sun up to sundown. I don't care. That's their speech. It's not going to do one thing to me. I know who I am. I'm a child of God. Right? You can call somebody a thotty-dee-dot-dot all day long if you want. If they don't identify with being a thought, then then it shouldn't bother you. Right? So don't go in there and try to police platforms, shut it down. I'm feeling a certain way because y'all snatched my podcast right out Thin Blue Sky the other day. Because I wanted to drop a prayer in there. I'm not going to relent. I'm going to say how I feel. I'm going to say certain things are wrong, and I'm going to give my opinion based on my own faith. I'm not going to rush to say anybody should be hurt or you should do anything to people's personal space. No. But if I want to speak my piece about immigration, which I think is almost like I think they're hired hands. I don't think it's immigration. I think we're hiring people from other lands to come over here and disrupt countries because they don't hold the same values. So if you got a large amount of people, let's say just coming from one country to another, they don't hold the same value. They're coming in mass, and the government says, here's a lot of money. Now I want you to do this, and here's all the jobs. Now I need you guys to do this. They're going to implement those rules because they're reliant upon the government. Their allegiance is to you because you let them in here and you gave them all the money. But the people who are in the country, America or Canada or Germany, all these countries all over who are having this problem with immigration, they say something, they're going to get put to jail because they're being racist. What? That's not true. It's gaslighting, and it's literally diabolical. This is the whole Ephesians 6. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against princes, principalities, evils of this evil dark world and wickedness in heavenly places. That's what we're dealing with. I'm just going to say it before you can't say it anymore. This is a mess. So yes, we will be at more. I believe DJT, the reason why they try to knock him out, whoever they is because he can actually go in there and he's not about this one world government. He's not about these 15-minute smart cities. He's not about any of it. Climate control, which he wants to frack. He ain't got fracking the fracking all over the frackety place. I don't think we need fossil fuels, DJT. I've said it once and I said it twice. But I know you want to give American people jobs. But I also don't think, I think he's, also not, if he starts to think he is God again, and have that real super, I am better, that I am the greatest thing. Not that he does think that, but if he were, I think that's also going to be, probably comes before the fall. So I think we're in a pickle as it is. And that's why I'm really pressing the point that we all get to the one understanding. And that is that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but through the Son. That's Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. Okay? No, that's no laugh. That's no laughing. That is cheers. Yes, you guys. It truly is, because otherwise we're going to be lost in the sauce of chaos, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking about being burdened by all the burdens about to dump off. Everything is about to happen all at once. You need to look up, keep your eyes to the skies. Keep your prayers to Christ in the name of Christ Jesus. And that's how I believe where I'm going, where I would like to go to heaven. Wherever you're going, wherever you desire to go, that's another thing. But I pray that you find the truth. I pray that if you have any feeling of being lost or not sure, then you just say, Jesus, if you're real, show up. Please, I need you to show me, because it's getting sticky out here in these streets. And if you're living on the fence and you're swearing and you're cussing and you're sleeping with people and you're doing things all out of the way, out of control, would be considered sin. Please stop it now. You could be close. You could be professing that Jesus Christ is Lord, but God says, if you're hot, be hot or cold. But if you're lukewarm, I'll spit you out. So if you're saying, yeah, I believe in Jesus, but you're just in the streets with doing whatever you want to do, saying whatever you want to say, I urge you to please, maybe don't. Because a sin is a sin, and we don't want to lose our spot in heaven. You don't want to be here foaming around at the mouth during tribulations if you don't have to. Just turn away from it. Turn away from sin. Turn away from willing sin. Don't worry about this stuff. Keep your speech free. Keep it kind. Keep it loving. Keep it funny. Keep it capping. We don't want to entice people to danger, but we want to call a spade and keep it a buck as well. And what we're looking at is a whole lot of burdens that's going to be dumped on the American people's head if we don't figure it out. And that's just the bottom line. I'm just saying. That's the bottom line. But you know what? Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be back for another episode of your WTF Landia Radio Late Show. Later.